Okay, so let's see what this one does. So when I look at the denominators, I want to factor them. So this first one, 5y minus 10, it has a GCF of 5, and I want to take that out. The second one has a GCF of 3, and I want to take that out. And the last one has a GCF of 15. But there's a little more to that last one, because now the y squared minus 4, that's the difference of squares. Okay, so now we've got all the denominators factored. So now we want to think about what are those extraneous solutions, or what can't x be? What would make the denominator 0? 5 is a constant. It's okay. But if y were 2, that'd be a problem. If y were negative 2, that would be a problem. So those are the two values. When we're all done, we have to check and make sure that we don't get 2 or negative 2. Okay? Now, I'm going to recopy, the LCD. Let's talk about the LCD. The LCD here, it's going to have a 15 in it. Now that's going to take care of the 5, the 3, and the 15, because those are all constants, and the least common multiple of 5, 3, and 15 is 15. Okay, we're also going to need a y minus 2 and a y plus 2. So our LCD is a little bit longer than some of the other problems we did. Okay, now I'm going to recopy this problem. And when I recopy it, I use the factored denominators. That last numerator is kind of long. We'll have to see what happens with that. Okay, I don't know if I've got enough room. So now I'm going to multiply everything by the LCD. So I have a 15, I'll put times 15y minus 2y plus 2. 15y minus 2y plus 2. And then over here, I would put parentheses around that. It would be 15 times y minus 2y plus 2. Okay, so it's a lot of writing. I know that. I know these problems are big. The good news is the next chapter, the problems aren't so big. Okay? All right. So now what can you cancel? Well, you're going to have to cancel that 5 into the 15. It goes 3 times. And the y minus 2 is out. And then you're going to cancel the 3 into the 15, which goes 5 times, and the y plus 2's are out. And then finally on the other one, the 15's are out, the y plus 2 is out, and the y minus 2 is out. Okay, so that's the fun part, crossing stuff out. Now we're going to see what we have left. I have a 3y right there, 3y times y plus 2. So there's the y plus 2 I'm talking about. I'm going to have to multiply that out in a little bit. Okay. Minus, now I'm going to go ahead and make that 25, because 5 times 5. And then it's going to be times y minus 2 equals, but on the other side, I just have the 2y squared minus 19y plus 54. So, okay. A little more work to do. It looks like it's going to be a quadratic equation. I'm going to distribute here and get 3y squared plus 6y. I'm going to distribute here. Now that's a minus 25, so it'll be minus 25y plus 50. And then on the other side, I have 2y squared minus 19y plus 54. On the on the left-hand side, there's some like terms I can combine, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. 3y squared minus 19y plus 50. Okay, make sure I did that right. Now, it is a quadratic equation, so I want to take everything that's on the right over to the left. Now, you might say, well, last time we took everything over to the right-hand side. I like to keep my y squared positive, so it's not a big deal if I don't, because I can always multiply both sides by a -1. But I'll just go ahead and move everything over to the left. So I'm going to subtract 2y squared, and I'm going to write it under here so that my y squared terms are lined up. I'm going to add 19y, and then I'm going to subtract 54. Now on the right-hand side, that's canceling out, that's all canceling out. So we get equals 0. On the left-hand side, now we have to be careful. What do we get? Well, we get a y squared. The minus 19y and the positive 19y, they're out, minus 4. So it all wound up being a fairly small quadratic equation. Y squared minus 4, that factors. Y plus 2, y minus 2. So if you think about what the solutions are, think about the zero product principle. You're going to have y could equal -2, or y could equal 2. But we're going to have to check those extraneous solutions. So where were they? They're way back up here. 2 and -2. Okay, so way back at the beginning we said, hey, at the beginning of this problem, we know x cannot be -2 or 2. And what did we get for our answers? 2 and -2. So there's no solution here. This time we had 2 answers, but neither one of them worked. That's okay. We're just happy if we get it right.